Hey, what's up, bros? Welcome back to another video. Want to talk to y'all for a bit. I got a little story time for you today. So now, if you're a young man, say you're either in the high school age or a lot younger than that, or heck, even if you're around my age in your 20s, this is something I really want you guys to really listen very carefully to. All right, let's get to story time. So I'm at my favorite hangout place one day. I'm just sitting like how I am right now. I'm in a chair, just chilling, just sitting back with my big cup of Joe. It's not a worry in the world whatsoever. But then about a few minutes later, there's this one couple that walks by, and I immediately take note of the guy. This guy, he was like what guys my age would call a straight Chad. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. He's tall. He's probably about like 6'5". He's a super handsome looking dude. And I noticed he even has a cross on his neck. So he's probably a Christ follower. So he's got some bonus points right there in my book. But the one thing I of course notice that's beyond not missable for any guy watching, he's got a beautiful woman right by his side. And what had me thinking, and this is saying I really want you guys to remember, there's always a bigger fish. There's always going to be some dude who might be taller. He's probably more muscular, or just plain maybe even better looking than some of us. I mean, I'm not saying I'm bad, but you know what I mean. But instead of just sitting there feeling jealous of the guy, just thinking like, just have my head down, like, oh, why can't I have that? I instead just nodded. I'm like, nice job, my dude. I'll tell you why I felt that way, and this is what I like for all you guys to get from this. I really felt at peace within that moment because I realized that my time will come when God says it's right. There are a lot of times where what we want and how we want something and when we want something at a certain time may not always be in alignment for when God wants to have it for you. But you know what? I'm not even worried. Because I'm thinking to myself, maybe this current season of my life that I'm in right now is all just about dominating the task I'm assigned and just learn to have fun in life, man. Just going out and enjoying new things, learn to become a great brother, a great son, a great worker, a lot of things. And when that time comes, just that beautiful God-given woman will show up when you least suspect it. It'll be just like a left uppercut. But wait, that was a cross, not an uppercut. it just hits you out of absolute nowhere. It's just all of a sudden you're like, whoa, man, where did this come from? This is awesome. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to like just sit there and just wait for it to happen and not do anything, because that's just how you end up awkward and just weird and just severely socially anxious. I know exactly how that's about. Of course, go out there and go out and put yourself out there, man. And if they're not the one, they're not the one. It's no big deal. Because when it's time, it's time. And on a side note, and this right here is a big one. When you start focusing on what you don't have all the time, like a girlfriend or a wife, then you really lose sight of what you already have and what you already are. that you're predestined to be made like. Just think about it. The red pill, all those red pill influencers and all that crap, they will tell you to do, do this or do that before you meet someone. Like, accomplish all these 9 things before you start dating a girl. Going ghost mode, whatever they tell you, just any of that alpha and sigma male stuff, and just you know they just then you start focusing on things that you think you should become. But when you do that, you start to disconnect from what God worked so hard for you to be. Just imagine when you do meet the one, and you're like, I'm sorry, I can't date you because I have to do this or that first. Guess what would happen? And this is gonna hurt. She would definitely go on to another guy, and you lose her. And who knows if you would ever get that one chance ever again. I do not want that to happen to any of you watching this video right now. That's exactly why I'm telling you this. And now, the last note I want to leave you guys off with is this. There may, of course, be the scenario where you might not be ready for her to be presented to you. But think about this. What if she's not ready? I had a conversation with somebody like this in the Whole Strength Discord community. This is very, very recent. What if there is a lesson for the one that's destined for you that she herself hasn't learned yet, that she needs to? Because think about it. Maybe she spent so many years of her life liking the wrong type of dudes and going after the wrong type of dudes that'll just treat her like crap. She's following all the ways of culture and social media all in one, to where she needs to learn exactly how a relationship should be, even if that's the hard way. And to be honest, this day and age, it's happening more and more. I see it too many times these days. If she isn't ready, then she'll have to learn how a man really treats a woman. And I'm not talking about like, sleeping around from man to man, giving away all her value to dudes who will just sleep with some other chick just the next day. Maybe even the same night. I'm just being honest. But eventually she'll need to learn that she needs to just be a person who knows her value and what value she has to bring to any of the dudes watching this right now, and all the other dudes all around the world. She's out there, man. She's waiting. And I know you are too. But, really, just have a good time in life, man. That's all it is. Life goes, I said in my last video, life is going by too fast these days, the older you get. And it'll just go like in a flash, just like that. Really, just go out and have some fun. Bring some joy into your life. When the time comes, she'll come. All right, I hope you guys were really blessed by this. Hope you guys have a great day. Faith over fear. And I'll see you guys later.